What's up, mofos and mofettes? We're back on the Soulcast. I got Cam Griffin with me. I just asked him a bunch of fucked up questions, and now we're going to get back into stuff about him and blah, blah, blah.
Dude, we can mix it up. We can throw that in. It's kind of related anyway. So.
Yeah, I mean, it is related. So, back to the music stuff. I like country music, but it's got to be, there's only select country music people that I like. Like, I like outlaw country, and I like old, like, the original Hank Williams. And
Waylon Jennings.
You know, yeah, stuff like that. And there's some music that some people call country these days that I think is more pop.
I'm 100% with you on that. Taylor Swift is pop. Carrie Underwood is pop. Florida Georgia Line is two guys that are bad karaoke singers trying to sing country rap. I'm sorry. That's what they are.
Now, what's your favorite, as far as country goes, like, do you have a favorite local or regional act that's coming up that's doing original country music?
Yeah.
Like, I've heard Kenny George is real good, but I haven't seen him.
Kenny George Band is phenomenal. They are outstanding top to bottom. I tell everyone there's not a boring moment of their show. Like, people think country shows are boring. They think it's everybody talking about their dog dying and their wife leaving them and stuff like that. Kenny George puts on a hell of a show. Ray Fulcher and County Line put on a hell of a show. Like, they keep it really entertaining. They're really high energy. They got a ton of guitar coming at you. Daniel Johnson, same way. Really, really entertaining, like, upbeat country music that's originally written. Jeremy Graham Band, I would say, maybe most of all, good Lord, went on the bus with those guys to Columbia last week, and there's no more high energy guy than Jeremy Graham. He's jumping up on the rails.
Yeah, I know Jeremy pretty well. He's a cool guy.
He's sitting there like over their 78-year-old still guitar player, just like raging on him, and I mean he is going nuts the whole time. I tell everybody he's a country show you got to see. Like every one of those that I mentioned, you got to see him. But like it's just such a temperance difference. Like you see Kenny, and Kenny gets into it, but Kenny's also like, a little bit more reserved, and then you got Jeremy that's just wide open, up there like Mick Jagger, just jumping around like he's on, speed Coke mixed, which I know he's not, but and that's the misnomer, is that it's boring. It's it's whiny, which I kind of like the original Hank music, but it's not that. These guys are really keeping it upbeat. They're crossing over. They're covering 99 Problems and Sexual Healing.
Check out the Jeremy Graham Band on Google. Check out Kenny George Band, and check out Ray Fulcher.
On their Facebook.
Yeah, they're all phenomenal musicians, and I haven't seen Kenny George, but I am planning on doing that ASAP.
Why haven't you? I know you're friends with those guys.
Well, it's that old thing about I'm working, they're working.
Yeah, that's the same reason I tell other, promoters and event guys, like, why we can't make it to each other's shows all the time. We get so burnt out and so consumed with yours that it's tough to.
I mean, and it's just like, honestly, it's like anything that I do as far as art goes. Not everybody that's my closest circle of people can sit down and literally watch a whole episode of the podcast.
Oh no,
because you're too fucking busy, and and no offense to anybody out there in work world, but I mean honestly, the people that we're targeting are the people that are sitting in their cubicle for 8 hours a day, and they can actually take the audio version and just put it in their earbuds and they can listen. And bless those people, because those are people that will be listening and coming to the shows and spending money. And if you're able to get those people to the shows, they have a fucking blast.
That's
because
the key.
they're doing this thing that they have to do to get through, pay their bills and all the jazzy jazz that the fucking society makes us have to do, and then they break loose whenever they go to the club. And that's all they want to do.
It's like a break from reality. It's like a mini vacation. You go out there, and I heard Robert Randolph lead off a show one time where he said, if your ass ain't ready to cut loose, if you ain't ready to get down and let loose, there's a damn door, because everybody else here is ready to shake their ass and get loose.
Yeah,
and that's the way I view it. Like, when you come to see live music, if it ain't making you shake your ass and jump up and forget about all the other bullshit in your life, you know, it ain't worth it. But I wouldn't I wouldn't back a show that doesn't have an artist behind it like that. That's what it is. It's an escape from reality. It's an escape from all the shit going on at home in your life, you know, at work, whatever. You come out to a Funk You show, you come out to a Happy Bones show, like, you lose yourself in the moment. You, like, hear some awesome original music, hear some covers that you know, like, with a new spin to it, with your buddies out there.
That's right.
Drinking beer, having fun, you know, in a social setting, not sitting at home and watching TV or in the movies being quiet. Like, you know, it makes it social, and it helps network. I tell everybody, like, you get more friends, you get more business contacts, all that through that social interaction. But
Absolutely. I mean, a long time ago, somebody told me that if I was going to be a personality, that I needed to be out in public and I needed to put my personality out there, and I needed to, you know, for a long time, because sometimes people who are artists are kind of, even though, like, I use Michael Jackson as an example, because this man was probably, and, you know, please don't believe all that bullshit about the fucking kids. That was some bullshit. That was
the man wrote Thriller.
That was greedy, evil people
Thriller.
trying to get in his pocket. That was the end of it. He was a very kind, gentle man, and he was very shy. And whenever, so from the stories that I've heard, like, his close circle, he was, you know, open with and whatever, but he's a real introverted person out in public or whatever, and so he was really shielded. But whenever he got on stage, he would blow it out in front of 50,000 people, just blow it out. And he was that way from the time he was a kid. And so us as artists, sometimes we're introverted. We don't want to be out in public. No. We don't want to be, you know, hobnobbing with people. We want people to come up to us in the street and, you know, act like they know us and stuff like that. But at the same time, I'm not on that level of, you know, fucking, that's outer. He was from another planet.
Everybody wanted a piece of him type thing.
But on a small level, you could see what he had to deal with. And so it's hard, because I just realized this. We played the Green Jacket Stadium last night, right? And we set up our PA during the 7th inning stretch, trying to work around people that had already been sitting in that area where they, you know, and I was like, this is kind of, I mean, it was a nice thing to be able to do the gig. I'm not looking to give horse in the face or anything like that, or saying that it was a bad experience, because I had a good experience. But what I realized was I was sitting there and we were having issues getting the PA set up in time. And so we were a little late getting started, and I'm standing there with my guitar on my back. And it started to fuck with my head to the point to where that first few songs that I played, it messed me up. So I was
cognizant.
It was kind of, I was thinking about the stuff that was going on technical wise and not doing my job. Mm-hmm. So then I realized, it clicked in my head, okay, this is why I have to have somebody else do all of this shit, and then with that mind frame, step out on stage and do my job and not think about anything else. And it's really difficult to get people to understand that. And the last episode 12, I was with Ike from Gemini and Dreadneck, and he got a lot of that because he was a very focused person and very, I got to get the job done. This is the thing I'm here. And so whenever he would be doing shows and stuff, people would come up and say, hey, blah, 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 blah. You're going to, nah. And he's just like, yeah. It's really nice to see you. All right. And then he'd turn away and start doing what he's doing. They would think he was an asshole. But it's not that he was being an asshole. It's just that he had to deal with, not only did he have to be the front man of the Gemini, he had to deal with the door. He had to deal with, the people that was, if he had recording people, he'd deal with the promoter, he had to deal with the owners, he had to deal with the sound guy, and then he's dealing with the booking and the negotiating of money and all of that stuff at the same time as being a performer. And I think that's the downfall of a lot of us, that we don't surround ourselves with people that can help us and bring us up, that do things like promoting and managing and booking and stuff like that, and setting up PA and sound, because I've learned that experts, professionals in their field, they focus on that one thing.
Yeah, it's like I tell everybody, I promote, I sell music. I sell. That's what I do. I can stage direct. I can tell you who's good. I know what time frame I want, and I'm pretty precise and OCD about it to an nth degree. But I know what I'm good at, and I know what I'm not good at. I have Rob Boggs on my side for a reason. You know, like I have Evan Miller involved in everything for a reason.
What are you having coming up? Anything coming up?
Montgomery Gentry's the real big one. Country act, obviously. Won some Grammys, like 6 number ones.
Can I get him on Soulcast?
There's 2 of them, but I'll be glad to throw the offer out.
I can come. I can come to him and do it audio and video with my to-go shit.
I mean, I'll throw it out to their management. But I'm sure they'll entertain the idea, if anything else. But I tell everyone, like, it's nice to see too how, you know. Well, with me, I always have local openers. Like William Morris Entertainment, which is one of the biggest entertainment companies in the world, wanted this guy so bad on this bill. This guy Adam Sanders that just signed with him. Nobody around here's heard of him. Whatever. I want Jeremy Graham Band, Kenny George Band, County Line. Those are the guys I wanted. You know, and I was adamant about it and just stuck on it. But like. Those are the people that are selling tickets. Those are people that people want to see them almost more than want to see Montgomery Gentry. You know, like when they're friends up there on this huge stage with this huge sound production and lights, and we plan on having digital screens and stuff like that. I mean, we really, really, you know, we have a lot of cool things and elements planned. I mean, just throw it out there. We're planning on the big country club jacked up camo truck, possibly putting an artist or 2 in the back of it, playing a little bit.
Well, I don't know. I don't know Kenny George personally, or
Ray Fulcher.
Ray Fulcher personally. As a matter of fact, I don't believe I've ever met Ray.
Nicest guy in the world.
But I know Jeremy, and I know that boy's gonna be a star. Goddamn it! Let me tell you something, boy.
Oh, he's got that swagger.
Yeah.
He got that.
He's already a rock star.
Well, he's playing in Tokyo.
It's just we're waiting for the world to catch up with his ass. You know what I'm saying?
And he is the most high energy dude ever. But we had one mention of the truck thing. He's like, I'll be on top of it. How about I stand on the top of the very, very top?
Yeah. And he's like, I'm gonna do something nobody else.
I got Tommy Bird like over
I'm
the
gonna
country
do a karate
club.
kick off the side.
I got Tommy Bird over at the country club like going, oh my god, I'm gonna have a huge lawsuit and just a destroyed truck.
He's like, Jeremy, now stay on the bed of the truck.
The bed's what we're gonna have. You know, the gating on everything. But
if it rains and you slip off that goddamn truck, boy.
But I tell everyone like that. I mean, when you have me, you know, as the show, like that, those are the elements I'm thinking about. I'm thinking about stuff like that. We're thinking about bringing soldiers that are deployed home early, having their family in the crowd, and having them come out on stage with Montgomery Gentry. Like, you know, I can sit there and obsess over those thoughts. We're like, I'll give you a good example. Like you're talking about introverted musicians. I'm sure he has no problem with me saying it. Henry Wynn Jr.
Oh, I know.
Hank is awesome, man. Coolest guy in the world. Best musician, I think, in this area. I think, the best at what he does. But introverted guy, just when and where, tell me when to play, tell me who to play with, and I'll play it, and I just want to play. You know? Whereas I don't play, don't sing, don't do any of that. But the negotiation, the business type stuff, and the actual planning of the show, I see elements that other people don't, I think. And that's what, like, you know, that's what would make this show. You go to Montgomery Gentry, I don't care if you hate country, you'll go away from that going, damn, that was a good show, I had a good time. I didn't leave a second early. I was raging the whole time.
I despise that part of the business, man. I despise it. Like, I'll have the guys, they'll come up to me and they'll say, where are we setting up? How long are we playing? What are we getting paid? And I'm literally like, damn, I forgot to ask that. Shit, I forgot to ask that.
I'm so diligent with it now. I've had so many like bad experiences or experiences where you're like, oh, did I say this? Did someone says something different type thing? Now I tell everyone like I'm trying to sound like an asshole, but I'm like a control freak. Like I'm like, this is where you're gonna play. This is how long you're gonna play. I'm not gonna tell you what to play.
Right.
But that's it, and it's not gonna change. And take it or leave it. And this is the pay. And you just come to a point where a lot of artists or musicians don't appreciate somebody like me or George Clausen or John Holmes that's going out and booking shows for them and getting them more money than they'd get.
Shit, I appreciate them.
I know, but some don't. I
just signed with John.
You should.
You
should. Hey, and I'd pushed Delta Kane.
And then I read the contract after that, and I was like, oh,
yeah. Then I shit, he's going to be taking some of my money and stuff.
I'm taking a lot of my money.
But he's going to be making you money. He's going to be getting you
see, that's my thing. Like, I had one of the members in the band say something about it, and I was like, look, 0 of 0 is fucking 0.
Yep.
And I said, that's exactly what we're making right fucking now with me booking.
What do you?
Because I'm a shit at it.
What are you going to be doing on Friday night anyway? You're going to be playing music, drinking beer with your buddies. Why not go get paid something for it?
I'm gonna,
and then come back and get paid.
I'm gonna go get paid. I'm gonna go get paid. And then I'm gonna develop a relationship with those venues. And I'm gonna
get
get paid
more money
more
the next time.
That's right.
You have the right outlook.
All right, I'm gonna take another quick break, and we're gonna be right back. Yeah.